Count Gregorius of Rome. He's dead, quite dead actually. He's been dead since 777. If anybody's been watching from the beginning, you may remember him as the first character we played. He was originally the Count of Neapolis, who then got a claim on Rome and conquered it. He had two sons, and if I recall, he had a brother who had a son. No, his brother did not have a son. But his two sons, one died without a child, and the other was named Constantinos, the one who lent his name to the dynasty of that we played as. That I renamed from, I can't remember what our starting dynasty name was. But keep it in mind that from this guy, every ruler we've ever had has descended from him. And also the rest of our living dynasty from this one guy. So, I set out with the mission to conquer the world, but I've done more than that. I have also conquered China, where my dynasty still reigns. And I want to look for rulers. First of all, who aren't my culture. And the only ones that are not my culture are the leaders of the Holy Orders and also the Varangian Guard. Because I think their cultures are locked, so can't change that. All of my vassals have the same culture. They are all Greek. I do want to see how many members of my dynasty are rulers. So this is us. We're the top liege, of course. And scrolling down the list, so many kings. And then into duchies and ultimately counties, and right now we even control two of the holy orders, the Teutonic and the Hospitallers. And then into the counts and a few baronies. And total living members, we have had 2,557 living members, 340, and our dynastic prestige is 13,410, from a total of 19 emperors, 136 kingdoms, 430 duchies, 1,057 counties, and 345 baronies. By the way, I have played a little bit ahead. We're about 10 years away from the end of the game. But I mentioned that all of my vassals were of the same culture. They're all Greek. And I didn't actually go through and count how many counties are not Greek, but it's few and far between. I know the Maldives and Corsica and Sardinia are still not Greek. In fact, Corsica and Sardinia are the largest contiguous area that has a different culture, and that's just because islands are hard to spread culture to. Which is why I was surprised Venice converted way back when it did. And then I also want to show off the religion, but this one's a little bit more fractured because people tend to be A little bit too zealous in their heresies whenever they join cults. But yeah, I'd say I've accomplished a lot during this playthrough, and some of you may have noticed that this date is very familiar. And there's a reason for that. I set out to conquer the world, and as I recall, this does not encompass the whole world. Welcome to the converted Roman Empire, where we will continue to conquer the world, but there are some inconsistencies thanks to the update, or rather, yeah, the update that was Rule Britannia and all of its map additions. I do not own all of Europe anymore. Specifically parts of France and the British Isles and the Netherlands. I think that's it. Everything else that I should have, I do have. I'm not going to be recording this entire series. In fact, I'll probably only record a few things. Mostly just this and revisiting an old enemy, aka the Aztecs, who one of the reasons I did enable the Sunset Invasion DLC in the first place was because I had planned to do this the whole time. And they are probably going to be the most significant challenge in this game. And I will probably record my initial dealings with them. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. The other great opponent will be China, who we don't actually have any vision on. And they're honestly all going to be so small compared to us that they won't be any problem. But China should still be ruled by our dynasty, and it should be Greek and Catholic. With any luck, it'll mean I can get a actually, same dynasty, Xuanzong of Tang. So, I will be curious to see if, I can get a personal union over them, if it's possible to. If not, oh well, that'll be fine, but, we'll still have to conquer them. And, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the briefing goes. And, yep, it's just, in all honesty, I think it's going to be boring for me to play. I can only imagine how boring it would be to watch. So, because of my power, yeah, I'm not going to record most of this. But, just a heads up, there will be a few more episodes of the Jade Dragon Purple Phoenix campaign, where we actually conquer the Jade Dragon part, one way or another. There's a little less than a month now before the end of the game, and if you've watched this long, watched from the beginning, I mean, thank you.